I gotta say something. I had this guy come on with an advertisement, and he's making it sound like you're gonna be able to do well for yourself, make lots of money. He's being so vague, right? He's saying you have to be so coachable, and what's he talking about? It took him a while to finally say what he was talking about, but finally he said the word Enagic. And I'm going, oh yeah, Enagic. Kangen water machines from Enagic, which you can spend over 5,000 bucks on. So of course you can make lots of money selling those things. And what do? They treat water, but you know what they don't do? Get the fluoride out. So you're spending over 5,000 bucks on a machine that does take tap water and make it into anti-aging, okay? There's value in that, but that's not the only way you can get anti-aging water. That's where I'm so thankful for Plasma Goddess, who on her Instagram channel did a reel, spelled R-E-E-L, where she demonstrates that urine, also known as urine, is anti-aging. So in other words, it has a negative ORP, oxidative reduction potential. So I have a water distiller and I love it, but distilled water is still aging and not anti-aging. But distilled water gets the fluoride out of your water. So a really ideal scenario is if you have a water distiller and you drink that water, then you don't have any fluoride going into you, and then of course that would eventually turn into urine, also known as urine, and that is anti-aging. So if you have the guts to drink that, you'd be set. You'd be set. But wait, let me guess. You think that's disgusting because John Rockefeller programmed you to think that. I'm so thankful that at least before we're born, and as long as a mother hasn't been duped into exercising her so-called right to choose, which I have no time for, then that baby is free to just drink what's there, which is amniotic fluid, which is about 75% urine, also known as urine. That's why babies come out of the womb so perfect. So as soon as I heard that word Enagic, I just shut it off because I'm not doing it. I'm not going to go around selling people a Kangen water machine that doesn't even get the fluoride out of the water. I have a distiller which gets the fluoride out of the water, and then I have my own body which can produce the anti-aging water, which is what urine is. So here's the thing. Do you have over $5,000 to spend on an Enagic water machine? I mean, most of you, I'm going to say for the vast majority of you, of course not. But you have your own body. But you have this thought, this belief, this false belief in your head that urine is a dirty waste product, and if there's ever a time to lose that false belief, it is right now, because the I word, also known as Israel, must be stopped, and the way we stop them is drink our own urine. Now that might seem counterintuitive. You might think, how is that going to stop the I word? Well, for one thing, we're showing the people in Gaza what they must do. They have to stay alive. They have to stay hydrated. What are they supposed to drink? Their water was already declared unfit to drink a long time ago. It sure isn't any more fit to drink than it was. Here's another thought. If the people of Gaza drink their urine instead of taking a whiz on the ground, then that means that there's less urine going into their non-existent sewer system. So that right there is saving lives. So I think a lot of it is, I think a lot of us are just looking around to see what the other people are doing, and we don't see them doing it, so then we don't want to do it. Well, let me be the person that is doing it, so you don't have to be the first one to do it. I just have to say, when I spend this much time looking into something where it sounds like I might be able to actually make some money or something, and then I realize it's about Enagic, and I just have to shut it off, I just go, yeah. Oren is just such a win, and it's what we need to do. And I've said this before. before, and I'll say it again. Uh, there's a story in the scriptures about Naaman the Syrian. He had leprosy. He wanted to get cured. He was hoping to get cured, and then Elisha told him how to get cured. He said, "Go to the Jordan River and wash 7 times." And then he went away in a rage because he didn't want to wash in the Jordan River. And a lot of you are like that when it comes to Orin therapy. You just don't want to do it. But don't you want your healing, and don't you want to stop the I word? Don't you want to help the people of Gaza? Because this is how we do it. Because you know, Naaman's men, they have a word with him, and they say, if he'd asked thee to do some difficult thing, wouldst thou not have done it? So then why not just wash and be clean? So, and by the way, of course, Orin is great for drinking. It's not just great for that, it's also great for washing. Some of us have an issue with that, but I cannot tell you just how good it feels on the forehead, on the scalp. Sometimes I'll put some on the scalp, and then I'll feel other parts of my scalp that it's so dry, it just has to have it. And there are 3 great videos on a YouTube channel called You're In It to Win It. So it's spelled URIN. And I recommend it because she basically says it way better than I could have said it. She explains the biology, but let's do this. And if you don't want to do this, well, maybe get on. Feel free to donate to the myriad of people in Gaza who are asking for money. They sure are doing it. There's a guy in Gaza who wants €100 for blankets and stuff. I paid €50 for the roof, and now he wants €100 for blankets and a coat, and I don't blame him. And I sure pray he gets his money. I told him he'll have to pray that somebody other than me donates it. I'm between paying jobs. But we can all drink our own whiz. We can also go vegan. Don't think you can't go vegan. That's another false belief you have in your head. So I watched this great documentary again today called Hope, H-O-P-E, What You Eat Matters. I'm so glad I watched it again. I didn't realize that amazing music was played by Will Tuttle. So Will Tuttle has written a book called The World Peace Diet. Check him out. Let's be empowered, and let's not be thinking, oh, we can't do anything. Oh, I wish this was just stop. No, 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 no. I've been listening to Matthew West, and he has a great song called Do Something, I think. It's time for us to do something. And the message is very fitting. And, yeah, as John Robbins has prayed, and I pray, may all be fed, may all be healed, and may all be loved. And there's another thing I want to say. May we all repent of stealing cow's milk from baby cows, because that's a whole lot worse than we think it is. It's bad for our health, it's bad for the mother cow and the baby calf that gets taken away from the mother. Don't have anything to do with the dairy industry. And this book, and Joseph Keon has great videos. I guess another thing we can do is just go for a walk, right? And check out Elon Pape and Norman Finkelstein and Miko Peled, and you can even listen to Mossab Hassan Youssef if you want. Just in my opinion, he's been brainwashed by the I word, and he's suffering from Stockholm Syndrome, but he does have his perspective on Palestine, and doesn't really like the stabbings and mass shootings and suicide bombings, and I don't like them either. So if you're a Palestinian, you're thinking of going on an indiscriminate killing rampage, please don't. I know you're frustrated and angry, but it just doesn't help.